Have you heard of Anchor? It's the podcast platform we use to bring you our episodes. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let us explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard across multiple platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. And the best part is that it's everything you need to make a podcast, all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hi, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Amber.
And you're listening to the AM Podcast. So today we're going to talk about a few news items, comebacks, and catch up on a couple of webtoons. But first, we're going to get into our K-music picks of the week. So, Amber, what was your pick of the week?
My pick was Stop It by GOT7. This is a oldie but goodie. I don't know if it's really an oldie. I mean, it's from a while ago. But I mean, whatever. It's an oldie but goodie to me. And it was like one of my favorite songs when I first got into K-pop. So yeah, I mean, it popped up on my favorite mix, and I was like, "Ooh, I haven't heard this song in a minute." So I've been listening to it over and over and over again lately. So yep, that's my pick. What's yours?
So my pick is "Feel My Rhythm" by Red Velvet. And yeah, I don't know. I've just been listening to it nonstop for the past couple weeks or so, especially and I guess also on TikTok, that this is the part that Joy does. There's a part that Joy does. I can't remember what part. I don't know the technical terms, but sometime in the chorus, probably the first time, when they're in that choreographed formation and Joy is in the middle. I think she's the one who does it first, and then they rotate out. Anyway, there's a move that she does that's been going viral on TikTok, and it's a trend, and I don't know, and I saw that, and I've just been listening to the song over and over. I don't know. Anyways, so that's the song I've been listening to a lot, and so that's my pick of the week. So moving on to our first news items. BTS was at the Grammys. So we're going to talk about the performance, the outcome of the award that they were up for, and their outfits, I guess. So, Amber, what were your thoughts about, the performance?
I loved it. I love the performance. Actually, this is my favorite performance of Butter that I've seen so far. To me, I don't know. I think it was the most entertaining one, at least. Well, I don't know, because you know what? No, because the one at the concert is pretty good. That was in the concert, but this one I feel like it's the out of all the live performances that they did, I guess televised. That's what I'm looking for. Out of all the televised performances, this one was my favorite. I really like the whole concept of them being smooth criminals, because Butter is about them being smooth or whatever. So I really liked it. And I really and the dance break. Can we just it was magnificent. I was like, okay, I see y'all better get it. Ooh, look at you. And I really I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they linked their jackets like that, but I like the whole jacket guitar move. I thought it was amazing. And also I knew it was a really good performance, because after, my mom came in my room and she was like, "Did you see them? They were so good." Oh my gosh, they were really good. Oh, I was like, Mom, do you think they're good on TV? Imagine what they like at the concert. Those were my thoughts on the performance, but I just wanted to throw in that little tidbit about my mom. I thought it was so funny. So what are your thoughts, Melissa?
Oh, no, yeah. Anytime our parents are into a performance, it's we've got them a little bit closer to I don't know, falling into potentially liking BTS. I don't know. So, but Yeah, I agree. This is probably my favorite performance of Butter. I think the other one was like a close second. I think mostly it was because of the atmosphere and because of the outfits. When they did it, they performed Butter, I think, on that bridge. I can't
Oh
remember which
yes,
show it
yes,
was.
yes,
Was it
yes,
Jimmy Kimmel, I think? Yeah.
yes, yes. I know what you're talking about.
Like I don't know if it was the wind and like the bridge. Or they just looked really good. I don't know. This that was like a close second, but this one was really cool. I love the dance break too. I don't know how they linked the jackets either. Um, I also love the little skit they did in the beginning. I mean, you had Jungkook coming from the ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
like it was just very well. It was the best. I feel like it was the best of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And they really, I don't know. They really utilized the stage, I guess, and you got like literally. I feel like every time they do like a performance, like here, I guess in the U.S., it's just like literally like a little taste of what they do,
Mm-hmm.
in the live concert. And Jungkook. It was funny because I wonder if people thought. Okay, well, anyways, okay, I'm going like all over the place, but it was funny because okay, so previous to the Grammys, like maybe a couple days before or the day before, the dancers that were with them had posted like that they were gonna be on the Grammys. So people online were thinking like, oh, are they gonna do on? Are they gonna do whatever, whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Because they'd never had dancers with them for Butter. So I don't know. It was just funny because everyone was just like, oh, they're gonna do on. They're gonna do a medley. No, it was just Butter, but and it was confusing because the dancers were doing dances to Permission to Dance in the clip when they said that they were going to be performing with BTS. So everyone was so confused. But anyways, back to the point. Yeah, I enjoyed this performance and I loved the drama of everything and it was great. Um yeah, anyways, that's all I was gonna say. So next, we're gonna talk about the outcome of the Grammy that they were up for. So they were up for best pop duo group performance, but they didn't win. Doja Cat and SZA won, and yeah, Amber.
Honestly, I was disappointed. You know, I'm in army and I was rooting for the guys. So of course I was disappointed, but I also wasn't shocked just because of how things played out in the past and like just I just feel like how things play out with just artists in general when they first go to the Grammys. Some of them may win like their first year or two being there, but I also know that sometimes that doesn't happen and people wait years and years and years and it doesn't happen. But so yeah, that's partly why I wasn't shocked. But I mean, out of everyone in the category, for them to lose to Doja and SZA, I'm like, okay, that makes sense because their song was viral for a while. And like, don't get me wrong, I feel like I feel like we like, Butter, yes, it also went viral, but I also feel like it's because Army is freaking everywhere. Like we're absolutely everywhere, so of course it's gonna be popular. But I feel like I don't know. I just feel like what was their song? Kiss Me More. Doja, yeah. I just feel like I heard that song more and I feel like it would have gotten across to more people than BTS's song. Because like even when I told my mom's heard Butter, but when I told her who actually won the category, she was like, "Oh yeah, I know that song. I like that song. Like I've heard it everywhere." And so like it just makes sense. So but yeah, I'm happy as them. They deserve it, you know. If it wasn't, I mean, now if somebody in that category other than BTS or Doja Cat and SZA won, I would have been like, this is rigged because no, because one of them should have won it. But yeah, I mean, it's not a shocker, disappointed, but again, yeah. So what are your thoughts?
I agree. I was disappointed, but Kiss Me More was a good song. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I mostly heard Butter like in commercials. I feel like it was just more heavily promoted like in commercials and stuff. But like I don't even know that I don't remember like where I may have heard "Kiss Me More," but I don't know. I just thought it was a good song, and I thought that both of the both Doja and SZA deserve to win anyways for um that song. So, but I mean, I agree. Like, I think I would have definitely like given like the Grammys like maybe like a side eye, or I don't know if anyone else had won in the category,
Yeah.
because Butter and Kiss Me More were the only songs that seemed um like it would make sense for them to
Mm-hmm.
win. And like you said, like a lot of artists, they go for years and get tons of nominations, and they don't, and some of them don't even still don't have a Grammy. So, I mean, there's always next year or the year after. I mean, they're still young. They're still gonna make music, and there's still
Mm-hmm.
other opportunities. Hopefully, I don't know. I guess because I guess it's going to something else, so I'm not gonna go into that. But it just seems like I hope K-pop isn't just like a phase, because it kind of, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, let's be honest though, Melissa. Like, they weren't even nominated for like what you would consider like a quote unquote K-pop song. Like, that's basically a pop song sung by
Yeah.
Korean people. So, well, at least Korean artists like a K-pop group. So, I mean, technically, I don't know.
Wait, so what are you saying?
Like, I'm just saying, I guess I'll get into it. I'm just saying that you were like, it's like a phase or like a fad or whatever. I feel like K-pop hasn't even had like its true, like, I feel like we're still getting to like the point of it really getting into like the core of being on these like shows. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, I guess specifically the Grammys, because anything that they've been nominated for on the Grammys were English songs.
That's
So
true.
to me, like, don't get me, I feel like to me K-pop like has Korean in it. Like, that's just to me. Like, I understand that people are like, oh, if they're a K-pop artist, then it's K-pop, you know? So it's like, it depends on how you look at it. But I feel like we haven't really, we haven't reached the peak of like K-pop being like really mixed into the industry, because I feel like the moment when a Korean song or like a song that's mostly in Korean is nominated, I feel like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We like made it. Like, we made it. Like, we've crossed the barrier. We're in there. We mixed in. But like, I feel like we haven't reached the top yet. We still like climbing a little bit. Because there's other artists who are from like other countries or have like songs in different languages, and those songs are nominated. So I'm just saying, that's why I was like, I feel like it's not a phase yet. Like, I don't think we're gonna come out the phase yet, unless I completely misunderstood what you're saying, and now I'm just like rambling on about nothing.
No, I'm just, yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't know. I guess I was thinking, because you were talking about like other. Yeah, I don't think I was even thinking about it. You're right that other countries or artists from other countries have songs in other languages and they're nominated. I guess I was also thinking like, I don't know. I was, because I was following you, and you were saying that they're a K-pop. I consider them a K-pop group. I
I
don't
mean,
know
they are
if
a
that's
K-pop
considered.
group. I'm saying they
I
are.
don't know. Are they? Because some people out here say BTS is the genre, and I mean, okay, let me stop.
BTS is the genre. Okay, yeah, let's not get into this. We're about to start a whole thing right now. We're not even halfway through the episode.
But I was thinking about other K-pop groups who have sung songs in English, and they've never been, and they're really okay. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm talking about Monster X. Okay,
Yep.
like they make some really good like English songs, and they've
Mm-hmm.
never been nominated at for an award show of this caliber.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess the Grammys over the past couple of years has been like people are like, whatever, but it's still like one of the prestigious, I guess, awards, I guess, we are
Yeah.
thinking of awards. Anyways, that's not my point. The point is, like, when I was saying like the phase thing, because it seems like, because BTS is BTS. It
Mm-hmm.
seems like their fan base and whatever has gotten them or helped get them to this level quicker than, say, other groups. And I don't know. I feel like, okay, they were nominated last year. They were nominated this year. They didn't win. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if other groups, K-pop groups, like, I hope other groups, I guess, who made like English songs. First of all, I don't understand why they'd have to be in English for them to even be considered. Because, like you were saying, like other groups, whatever. But like, I just hope they get that opportunity to. And then I guess that's why I meant about it being a phase. Like when BTS like goes away or
Oh,
whatever,
okay, okay,
like,
okay.
will other groups who are predominantly K-pop groups like still have this opportunity, or is the Western music world just like, well, BTS was enough? I guess
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was thinking. I don't even know where that like came from in my head what we were talking about,
No,
but
that makes sense though. Like, is K-pop there because K-pop to I guess I'm gonna say the outside world, meaning outside of like those of us that are like K-pop fans, like
mm-hmm,
outside of that world, will K-pop still be a thing without beat? Because right now, everyone that I talk to that's not a K-pop fan only knows BTS. They know no
right,
one else. Like no one else. When I say K-pop, they're like, oh, BTS.
BTS.
Yeah, like there's no other ones. Like I wouldn't even be shocked. Like I don't know. I would think like another group would be like Blackpink, just because like they came here, they performed at Coachella, and whatever. And so like it seemed like they were making like headway at least. But I mean, they've gone off the grid basically now. But
That's to say, like they probably would have made more headway if they released music.
yeah. But like I see what you're saying. I guess I'm saying all this just to say like I see what you're saying. Like if BTS goes away, who's going to carry the torch
Yeah.
basically? I don't know. I can't I, I mean, I would say Blackpink just because they've also really put their foot, like I don't know, I feel like they've crossed the barrier, shall I say. But I feel like just because they're not making music right now and they didn't like keep, I guess, what is
The
it like
momentum.
going, yeah, keep the momentum off like the publicity that they were getting. I don't know. Like I don't know if they can do that. So I don't know. Maybe one of these fourth gen can surprise us out of nowhere and make it to the top. So who knows?
Maybe.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking. It seemed like this BTS nomination for this was kind of like, I don't know, the great hope of K-pop, or I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
like, well, if they can do it, so can we, is sort of how it felt like to me. And so like not getting it again, it's like, will they really have another chance? Like, I don't know. Like, and I guess it goes down to like the Academy of, or not the Academy, sorry, what are they called again?
The Academy. Sorry. Sorry. I always thought they were called the Academy.
Okay, because I don't know if I was thinking of like the Oscars Academy,
Oh,
or if the Grammys people are called the Academy too.
they are because they don't they have the Grammys Academy?
Oh,
Aren't they called
yeah.
the Academy?
Yeah, I think it's
I
called
don't
the
know.
Recording Academy or something for
Yeah,
the
that sounds
Grammys.
right.
Okay. going going somewhere else. But yeah, I hope that there's I hope they are nominated again, and yeah, okay, so I'm done talking about that. Is there anything more that you wanted to add about the Grammy Award that they didn't win?
No.
Okay, so lastly, okay, I just feel like this is like not going. Maybe we should start with the outfits first, because I have a lot to say about the outfits. And so I felt like the red carpet outfits, and I guess this goes back to like, okay, the red carpet outfits sucked to me. I didn't like them at all. And of course, it was Louis Vuitton. I mean, nothing against them. I mean, nothing against them, but I just feel like I'm tired of seeing them in these plain outfits for red carpet outfits whenever they come here to the US.
Mm.
I just like, they're boring. They're boring. and they don't fit well, and it's just, I don't know. I'm getting frustrated. And like, okay, so like offline, so offline, we talked about how we watched Bridgerton, and yeah, that's basically it. And so, and I had shared with you like some suits that I thought they could have slayed in if given the opportunity to actually like show some sort of sense of style.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it was basically the suits that I was looking at, it was from a photo shoot that some of the cast of Bridgerton had done. Can't remember if it was all of them or whatever, but a few of the male cast members wore like these suits with flowers on them, and I was like, this to me feels like this is something that BTS could wear, like even just like a little bit of style or something. It's just the plain suits, it's just bothering me, and the cuts of the bottoms of the suits were just bothering me. And yeah, that's all I have to say about the red carpet outfits. I like Suga's hair though. Okay, that was random, but
Suga was looking good. I'm sorry.
Lately,
good for the Grammys.
He's been looking great lately. I don't know. He's not even like my bias, but I don't know if it's the success or like the comfort that he's comfortable with like where he is right now, like in his life. But he's just been looking a little bit different. I don't know.
He's coming back around for me. Rapline, he's making full circle right now.
He's showing out lately.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, what were your thoughts about the outfits?
I agree. They were ugly. So no, okay. Let me stop. They weren't ugly. Okay, let me stop. I mean, compared to some of the other stuff that like they could have worn, I don't think it was the best choice. And they were like, I just don't understand why they put them in these suits and then decide to put some little clip or pin or like what V had, this big brooch with flowers on it to make it seem like each member is different. Like, oh my God. Like, no, they're still the same. The little brooches might be different colors, but they're still the same. And it's just like these guys, like, oh my God. Like, they have such personal fashion style themselves. Like, they could have styled themselves better than what they wore on the red carpet. Like, they still could have looked so nice, so clean, sophisticated for the Grammys, and they could have picked out their own outfits because they have better style than whoever styled them. I don't know why they thought that was like, I don't know. It just felt like they were like, oh, these are the new suits that we want to promote to everyone. Let's throw it on BTS. It'll look good on them. Yeah. And like, don't get me wrong, they didn't look horrible. Like, I wasn't like, when I saw them, I wasn't like, oh my God, what are they wearing? It's so ugly. Like, what were those suits that one time where it was like high? Was that the last time they went to the Grammys? Where they had like the belt going across?
Was that the Grammys last time?
I don't know, but they were ugly.
I know what you're talking about though.
And they had the little neon pins put in the belt. See, it's the same idea, but I don't know. Those were like horrible. So these weren't too bad. I mean, the suits are getting better, but they could have been better. And I will say this: red carpet, hated it. The suits they wore for their performance and when they were sitting in the audience, I loved it. Oh, yeah. It fit them well, and it just looked better. And I don't know, I feel like did one have like shiny jacket? Like, I don't know, they felt,
I can't remember who it was, but yeah.
Okay, because I was say like they felt the same but different, but the same in like a good way. I don't know if it's because I like the all black look a lot, so they can pull off an all black look, but I love those more. Like, I would have been okay seeing them walk the red carpet in those outfits than the hideous outfits that were originally worn. I mean, they weren't hideous. I mean, they weren't great. I really didn't like. Okay, clearly I have great disdain for these outfits, so I am done. But they look good.
I don't know if it was the all black or the turtleneck.
I don't know. They look like men. I don't know. I just feel like the past couple of times we've seen, okay, hold on, I'm about to full on fangirl alert, because I just feel like the last times that we've seen them, I just feel like they're really showing us like they're all in their 20s, and they are men, and they aren't for, I mean, I know they have little kids as their fan base, like in their fan base, but like they're like, we're here for our grown army too. And I mean, the way they've been acting at these concerts, I mean, Jungkook was over here lifting up his shirt. Like, since when did he do that just out of nowhere? Before, he was all shy. He was like, my button came undone and I needed to try to close it. I oil up everything. Like, this man, he was just pulling it up, pulling his shirt up left and right. Like, they are like really sending a message now that they are grown, and I'm living for it, because like 2 years you and I have just been saying like, we need the grown, give us the grown, and we're getting it, and I'm living for it, and I'm done fangirling. I'm just saying they're looking like grown men, and in those outfits that they wore for the performance and in the audience, they were men. And now I'm done.
Okay. I was going to say one last thing, I guess. But I would say I agree, because I feel like going back to the individual style, there's a way to style them individually, but still have them look cohesive. Yes. And they don't have to wear the same thing in order for you to recognize, like, oh, they're a group. Like, I was looking at, I think it was Hobie. He had, I don't know if you saw on Instagram, he had done like a mini sort of vlog sort of thing of him, Taehyung, and Jungkook. And they went to dinner, they went to some restaurant for dinner. Okay, I guess you didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
He did like a sort of like a mini, it was like an Instagram story, but basically people were saying like it was like a mini vlog, because I guess it was little snippets from like their evening together. Anyway, it's not the point. The point is, Jungkook was styled one way, his normal like streetwear, whatever kind of look. Well, what was that whole? I don't know. I don't really know like how to like categorize their styles, but Jungkook was dressed a certain way. Tae was in a full-on three-piece suit. Why? I don't know.
That's that man.
Yeah. And then Hobie was in like, I would consider his to be like high fashion streetwear, whatever. But they all had their own individual styles, but they still looked like, I don't know, maybe they look like a group because I don't know. But it's just that some of that personality is just lost, I guess, is what we've been saying when they style them for these Western shows in the US. And that's why we didn't feel too strongly about those outfits. I mean, if you're listening to this and you're like, you guys are crazy, they look great, that's your opinion, and we have ours. But I feel like based on like what we know that how we know that they could dress, and what we feel as though which I don't know. I just feel like they could have done better. That's all.
Yes.
Okay. That was the last thing I was going to say. Sorry.
I shall say no more. Okay.
All right, we talked a lot about BTS at the Grammy. Also, before we move on, the last thing I wanted to say, not about the outfits though, just about the whole Grammys at the BTS at the Grammys. I believe they only had like a day to like actually rehearse like everything, like and I think they did a really good job of pulling it off, because we know that Jungkook was in quarantine, and then for like the whole week, and then Hobie didn't fly out to Las Vegas until like a couple days before, I think, or like the day before or something like that. So they really only had like one day to perform or to practice, at least in the same, like in the venue, I guess. And they did a pretty good job. They did a really great job. I mean, I said pretty good because they tripped a little bit here and there, but it was so minute.
Don't talk about that like that. Honestly, when I saw that, I was like, y'all better not get hurt before these concerts.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. Also, can I also say, we didn't even say this, but I love the fact that they incorporated Jin into the performance. I love how they incorporated Jin into the performance. I think I was afraid. I mean, in the past, when one of the members was, unfortunately injured, usually they would just be sitting on a chair.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what Jin was going to do. So it was really cool that, I mean, he did at the beginning.
Like, technically, he wasn't a chair.
But he did come out, like, towards the end to do the group choreo together. So I thought it was cool how they gave him a fun little role. Like it went with the acting kind of. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, you need someone in the control center letting you know what's happening, what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I really just went into this whole spy,
but that makes
thief,
sense.
criminal thing.
That makes sense though. They need someone to give orders and stuff, and I guess that was Jin's role. Okay, I think that was the last thing. There was just a lot that I wanted to say. Okay, anyways, that's all I was gonna say. Did you have anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Sorry, if I think about it more, I might say more. So moving on. Okay, so next we have another news item that's kind of sad, but depending, I guess, on how you look at it. So Lay from EXO is leaving SM Entertainment. So Amber, what are your thoughts?
I'm not surprised. Because he wasn't there for so long to begin with, and he had his whole like solo career anyways. So yeah, not really surprised about that. But in reading the letter, my thought was that he's also leaving EXO. Like, I don't see him coming back. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's going to be one of those, like, you know how I feel like when we were doing the what was it, like first generation girl groups and like guy groups, like the older whatever, those first early generation of like K-pop groups, and like members would be like a part of it but not a part of it, like on it, like an indefinite hiatus from the group, but they were like out here doing their own thing. I feel like it's going to be this kind of thing with him. Like, he's never truly leaving EXO, but he's just not going to be in it. Like, he's like a phantom member. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So yeah, but like, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's sad that he won't be with SM and probably won't be doing songs with EXO, but I am happy that he still has his career and is doing something that he still loves. Like, I feel like sometimes when members leave, it's kind of like, oh, where did they go? Or they just kind of like drop off. And so I'm happy he does have a career and he has great things going for him. So yeah, so I'm not surprised, but I'm happy he got his self set up for the future. And I'm not really sure why you mentioned that he's like, as a 30-year-old. Like, I don't know, like, is like being 30 like a turning point in life? Like, I don't understand, but I guess I'll understand next year. So whatever. What are your thoughts, Melissa?
I thought that was strange too. I was like, okay, you're 30, and so what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's funny how like they're always like, I'm gonna be 30, like I'm 30. Like, I don't know. Like, it seems like it's this like big deal. I don't know. It's just like, are you any different at 30 than you were at 29? Right. I don't think so, but I don't know. I thought it was interesting that he announced the news. I know I think this is EXO's like 10-year anniversary of their debut. So I just thought it was interesting that he announced it like around the same time as their 10-year anniversary. But I don't know, like, why would you announce something sad around something that's supposed to be happy? But I don't know, I guess he felt like it was time and thought it was the right time. I don't know. But I agree with you. Like, I wasn't surprised when I found out about this, because I was like, I don't think he's actively been in a song with them since I don't think he was in Don't Fight the Feeling. If he was, he might have had like a really small part, but I honestly don't remember him in that album. I feel like the last time I like vividly remember him being in like thoroughly in a song was Call Me Baby.
Why do I feel like he did come back for... I feel like he did, because wasn't that like a big thing? Like, it was the first song that he was in after all these years. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know.
As we do research in the middle of the it'd be like that.
Yeah, I guess he was. I just I didn't remember. Well, I guess never mind. I guess he was. Well, prior to that, I remember the last big thing that he was like sort of in, but not really in. He just appeared in was Tempo.
Oh yeah.
He had no parts though. Um, but I guess the point is he hasn't been actively like thoroughly involved in EXO in a while, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I don't know the details or really fully understand all the details of like why he's promoting in China and not really promoting with his Korean group.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's always been like a weird like thing where he was doing his solo stuff in China and but then also sort of doing stuff with EXO here.
Mm-hmm.
So with this with him leaving the company, like you said, he's got his own thing, and I'm just wondering how like maybe he's gonna be on an indefinite hiatus. It's not and they're not gonna say anything about it. Technically I feel like he's been on like a definite hiatus.
No, but for real though.
um so I don't know, it's just interesting. A lot of people are leaving their companies lately, but they're still like staying with the group, um, which is interesting. But anyways, I don't know. Best of luck to him. He seems to be doing well, anyways, on his own. So yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Was there anything more that you wanted to say about Lay?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Next, we have. Okay, spoiler alert. We're gonna be talking about episodes 8 through 12 for both Seven Fates Chaco and Dark Moon Blood Altar. So, yeah, we're going to talk about our thoughts about both of those, starting with Seven Face Chaco. So, Amber, what were your feelings about this section, I guess, or these episodes?
First of all, happy this story's starting to move a little faster. I'm happy. I'm starting to get some answers to our question. I'm a little mad it took until 8 episodes to get here, but I'm happy we did. I want to say that the tiger butterfly squad or whatever you want to call them, they're whack. Because how are they going to be in that museum and like be all scared of the bone and then come in and be like, yeah, we're taking them? Like, you guys were little punks. Y'all were trying to run away not too long ago. But now that they're defeated, they want to come back and take them. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I respect them at all. But apparently they're like some big organization in the hunting world. So whatever. Um, I'm really happy that so like I said, like the story's starting to move along. So I'm really happy that we're starting to meet more of the characters now. Although it seems like they just kind of threw them all in at like between all these episodes. Like we only met what two other characters in the first 8 episodes, and now I guess technically we're now meeting 2 new characters, so I guess it's coming along, but I don't know. It just seems like a lot. I just feel like it happened so fast. Like there wasn't like a breather between them. So, but I mean, I guess I'm kind of understanding how they all become a team. I feel like it's just like all of a sudden like, "Oh, you helped me fight. So I'm gonna be with your crew, and
Yeah.
you saved me, and I saved you. So let's be a team." But like, I don't know, because like Zaya was like, "I mean, we're a team, but we're not a team. We just haven't like worked together." Like, I don't know. That's the way he said it. So I don't know. It was just I just appreciate the fact that we're starting to figure out like how they're all coming together. And then the last thing I wanted to say was it's very interesting that the Bohm are treating humans like humans were treating animals, like, because like sometimes we keep animals. You guys know how we get meat and stuff, so yeah. So I just think it's crazy how like the tables have turned. And one thing that's interesting, I can't remember what the head Bohm's name was, but I think it's really crazy that he's like, we got to be better than them. Like, don't torture them. I think he said it to, was it Bolty? Was that the guy's name?
I
I don't
can't
know. There
remember.
was the character that has the scar on his face, and he always wears a red jacket. So it's interesting that he said that, like, oh, we don't want to be like them, and he's like, how are we supposed to get revenge if we don't, hurt them and make them suffer? And he's like, no, we got to be better than them. We can't be like they were all those years ago to us, or else it doesn't make us any better than them, and they're going to try to come back and get us like we're coming back to get them. And so it's weird that there's like this sense of like pride in killing. It's really weird, but I guess we'll understand more once more comes out and really understand each, I guess, the motive of the Bohm a little more, because it seems, at first I was like, I want to get revenge, but now it seems like it's something a little more like deeper to what they're really trying to go after. So I don't know. Yeah, that's my thoughts.
I guess adding on to that, I I'm wondering if Zeha's part of the Gom, or whoever the Gom
Yeah,
Bone were.
I
Um,
thought the Gom were human, so I just assumed.
oh, were they? I don't know. I think I got confused when they started talking about the Gom, and like he was talking about how we should be better than them, and he said something about eradicating like their descendants or something like that.
Oh, so
And so I
maybe it
think
was
that's,
them.
yes, I think that's why I thought maybe the Gom were Bone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, and they rhyme, so I feel like
I
it
don't
went.
know.
I don't know, and so I don't know. I was just wondering that, I mean, I didn't really understand the part about why they about them taking the humans as like livestock, because the Bone were like, I mean, they don't seem to be like regular like animals. Like, I don't know, they seem to be a lot more evolved than your regular run of the mill animal. So I didn't know. That part was weird to me. Um, just because I didn't understand like what's their point. Like, what are they gonna do with them? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to? Okay, never mind. um, I don't know what they're gonna do with them. So that part was strange. Um, uh, but it seems like their plan is to slowly, at least as far as we know, is to slowly start taking over each district. But I don't know what their, like, do they just want to take over? Like, I don't know. I don't know what their goal is what I'm trying to figure out. There's a lot of questions still, but I agree that like the last few episodes, we I feel like we haven't gotten introduced to a lot of new characters like from the side of like the hunters part, but I feel like all of a sudden we got introduced to so many characters from the Bone side, and it was just like, okay, wow, there's a lot going on in this hierarchy that we there's a lot of new people that we're getting introduced to, and I think that's the part where it got a little bit overwhelming for me. Whereas, like you said, like the first few episodes, or the first 8 episodes, I guess, it was pretty slow. Like we were introduced to a new character like every 3 or so episodes, and now it's like one right after the other. But they're also going on hiatus, so maybe they just want to knock out some of the bigger storylines before they go on hiatus. But I don't know. Um, Something else I want to say. I am still a little unclear about Zeha's role with the sword. It seems like it's works for him. It seems like he definitely has some sort of connection to the sword, because he can like recall things, or that maybe that or instances that happened with other people using the sword. But then it was like when he used it, he started getting tired, and so maybe it's just like part of his training that he needs to, I don't know, get his muscle up, or I don't know what the right terminology is, but he just needs to work out with it maybe, and like work on it, and maybe like through time he'll like earn it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so still trying to figure that part out. Um, and I don't know. Wait, is it this one? Yeah, it was this one. I'm wondering who that person is who was trying to offer a couple of the bomb like deals. I
Mm-hmm.
guess it doesn't seem like I wonder if he may be like in a similar. I don't know. Would have similar powers to like Haru, or I don't think he has similar powers to Zeha. He didn't seem unsure about himself, or like he didn't seem like not unsure, but like I don't know, he didn't seem normal like at all. Like he seemed more like someone like on Haru's level. Um, so that's another new character that we got introduced to that I was wondering about. But he does seem pretty strong. Um, And I thought it was funny when I saw Juan. Like, as soon as I saw him, I was like, yeah, he definitely looks like Tay from the fake love era with like the choker and like the mullet. And it was
Mm-hmm.
funny because I was like, because I forget, because a lot of the characters I feel like don't really look like who they're supposed to be, the parallel character to, I guess, in BTS. Like, Namjoon's character, I feel like definitely looks like him.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I was looking up like who's who again, and I was like, oh, Juwan's supposed to be Taeyang? Yeah, I can see it. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely see it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I thought that was funny. And yeah. Oh, there's also a little bit of humor, sort of, for the. I mean, I feel like these were very violent episodes, as usual. But I feel like this very rarely did we ever get any glimpses of humor. And I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was nice that they had a little bit of humor when Togan was
Oh yeah.
first met. Was it? I think they first met Juan, I think. And he like pointed his gun at him. And Haru had to like shook him or something like that, or like held him back
Mm-hmm.
because he
He
was
was
like,
just
no,
like in the air
yeah.
sailing.
I was like, okay, so this is kind of funny. Like we're getting a little bit more of the like, I don't know, not I don't know if I want to say human side, but like I don't know, it was nice to have like a little bit of humor to break up all of this violence in this episode. So in these episodes, I mean, um, yeah, those are my thoughts.
Do you think that I don't know, like what do you think Dogan's gonna do when he finds out that Zaya is part bone? Like, do you think he'll be upset or do you think it'll be like, oh, like he's so good, like he's like we're part of a team, like I can look over it? Or do you think he'll be like truly, truly upset?
I don't think he's gonna be upset. Like I feel like they're starting. Well, okay, this is only like they're just now starting to get to know each other. But I feel like by the time that comes out, they would have already like maybe bonded.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like maybe there he's gonna be like, oh, that's okay, that's my buddy. Like that's my
Okay.
partner. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I don't know, or he could just shoot him. I mean, I don't know. He seems to be
He
pretty.
does like doing that.
Yeah.
That's
But
all. I was just curious.
okay. Yeah. Um. So the next webtoon that we're going to talk about is Dark Moon Blood Altar. Um. So yeah, I literally gasped at the end when I saw Chris. I was like, oh my god, he's a vampire. I think he's a vampire, but it's weird that he only comes up, at least so far, when Suha um dreams about him. Um I don't know what that's about, but I was just happy to see him because we were first introduced to him in the very first like prologue episode, I guess
Mm-hmm.
is what it's called. And he is killed by supposedly a vampire. And so those very it was just a very shocking beginning, and to see him again, as in the possibility, and have him as a possible character for future episodes. That was pretty exciting because it was just a very, shocking beginning. Um, Anyways, it's also interesting that in this one also there's levels to like vampires and levels to like, I don't know how to say it. I don't know, monsters? I don't know. Like I thought it kind of felt like, are they borrowing the same kind of idea from 7 Fates when they started talking about low level vampires? And I'm like, why do we need low level vampires? I don't know. It just felt like, are the same creators creating these episodes as Chaco? Because that's weird. But I guess they also did it because, they need something else for the storyline, I guess, to build the storyline. So that's what I mean. After that thought, like, okay, are they having the same people write this webtoon? I was like, well, I guess that makes sense. If they want to build and expand on this storyline, they need to have different levels, whatever. Um, by the way, those things are creepy. But I just thought that was interesting that we're starting to get more of like, I don't know, the hierarchy of the monsters in the webtoon. And I'm wondering if those are same vampires are the ones who may have killed or staged a killing of or staged the death of the girl who was found on the grounds from the
Mm-hmm.
other school.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, it's just weird that there's this person who, died and no one knows who killed her, and no one is like that we've seen so far that we've been introduced to has confessed to it. So I don't know. So I'm thinking it's neither the werewolves nor the vampires, and maybe it's at least the ones that we've been introduced to, and maybe it's some other like being. And I'm also confused as to why they're after Suha. There's a lot of this one. I always have questions when it comes to this webtoon. Like every time I read it, I'm just like, there's more questions than I feel like answers every time. Um, but I guess something funny that I thought of, or when reading it, was I thought it was funny how the vampires and werewolves were like competing or fighting to get Sua's attention. And it was funny how she definitely has some sort of power. We still don't know what the power is, even after episode 12. We still don't know why they're so like drawn to her or bonded to her. But I thought that was funny that they were just like both of them were just, or all of them I guess, were just like, yeah, we'll do whatever you want. We'll come to the party if you're gonna be there. And I thought that was funny. Okay, I'm done talking. What about you, Amber?
Okay, I have some things to say. So, first, I feel like they like all the like the low level vampires. Okay, I have two theories. One is that they can also sense Sua's like power, but
Mm.
my real theory though is like I feel like Chris, if it's really Chris, and if it's the same Chris that we know, Chris, if he I wonder if he like is the leader of these like low level vampires, like if they're like
Mm.
his lackeys or whatever. And like so he's like, okay, this is the girl I want to meet my friend again. Like you have to like are they working together? I was wondering that. And then to discuss the levels of vampire, like I've watched like other shows that have vampires in it, and there's always like different levels of vampire. And it's just weird. Like there's like the low level ones that are like blood feeders and like like they don't know how to like control themselves. And then you have like the top tier ones that which I feel like are like the guys that are going to the school that like can control themselves, like are like normal people but happen to be vampires. So I don't
Okay.
know. That's I don't know. That's just that's what I've always seen when it came to like the levels of vampire. Um
Mm.
and yeah, I moving on to some other thoughts that I had, I would say I still get a bad feeling from Helly. Like I don't know what it is. Like I just can't figure it out. Can't put my finger on it yet. And I mean, I could be completely wrong, but there's just something about him that's just still kind of like dark to me, and I really don't understand his intentions yet. I don't know. Like for some reason I feel like he's going to be like a, I don't know, like a character that like actually turns out to be bad. Like I don't know, that's the kind of vibes that from him, but who knows? We'll see in the future. I also think that Shion is so freaking funny to me. Like he's just so funny. The when he told them, "Oh yeah, yeah, we're meeting at 7. Let me have her all to myself." That's basically what he was saying. And that was so funny. And I just think I don't know. I think I really love the dynamic of the group because they just like they all made a pact saying like they're not going to talk to her anymore. They're not going to hang out. And then next thing you know, they're all like, "Yeah, let's all go hang out in the square." Like what? Didn't like 5 seconds ago you guys were like, "Well, no, we can't be friends with her." So like, what in the world? But I guess that just shows like the power she truly holds. Like maybe she's secretly like a princess, or like maybe she's like a like princess. Yeah, that's all I'm thinking. But not like a vampire princess, but like maybe like she has power over all creatures. Like you know what I mean? Like all I don't know. I
Mhm.
guess they're mythical creatures. I don't know what you want to call them, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. And then my very last thought is I really think the werewolves and vampires are going to become besties by the end of by the end of this webtoon. Like I truly feel it in my soul that like they're gonna like join forces at the end and they're gonna like fight whatever like person is there that's like creating all the person we don't know, but whoever's creating or whoever has like I don't know the low level vampires, like they got to find out who's doing it or more people are going to die, and so they're going to join forces and they're going to enjoy being around each other, and then they're going to be besties. Like watch when they have that party, I know they're going to show up because she invited them, so I can't wait to see it. I'm excited to see this next part, but that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Well, there's just some great theories, and unfortunately, we'll have to wait until I think June because they're on both webtoons are on hiatus until June. So
That's dumb.
they're trying to give us the best quality. They said.
Whatever, whatever.
Okay. Well, moving on, there were quite a few comebacks that we're gonna talk about now. The first comeback that we're gonna talk about is Big Bang. This is their first comeback in a very long time. And they came back with a song called Still Life. They came out with the song and the music video. So, Amber, what were your thoughts about both?
The song, I liked it. Yeah, I mean I like the song. I don't really think there's anything bad about it. I mean, Big Bang, you know, they're legends and they're really I mean, at this point, they just know how to make great music. Fast, slow, it's just good, you know? But I think as far as the music video goes, like why weren't they together? Like I'm very confused. They were all in their like own space. But then like Top was literally in space. Like he wasn't even on the planet. I mean, I guess it's bad for me to assume that everybody else was on the same planet, but like he was in space. Like I don't understand. I don't get it. But I don't know. It was just really sad to me because you would think like as their comeback, they would be together because we haven't seen them together for so long. And so I was like completely confused about that. But as far as like the lyrics go and just like the vibe of the music video, it felt like a goodbye. Like that's it really felt like something that's like, okay, yeah, this is it. Like we're walking away from this phase in our lives and we're never going to be a group ever again. Like I don't know. Like that's just how it felt. Um although it could also mean like a new beginning, like maybe they're leaving like the young Big Bang that like we all knew from back then. Like, I mean, they're still the same Big Bang, but like they're leaving like that part and they're moving on to like maybe a different sound or just like I don't know, just like a different phase in the group's career. And so maybe they're saying like maybe goodbye to like the immature them, and they're saying like we're about to show you the more mature and grown version of ourselves. We're going to show you how much we've grown and as people and as musicians. So yeah, I don't know, I gotta wait for what's coming next. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Melissa, what were you first?
Um, yeah, I agree with you. The song, I thought they were like by themselves because wasn't there like I think there was like a seasons kind of theme,
Mm.
and so I thought they were all like in their own like season,
Huh. Okay.
and
Okay.
but I also felt like I don't know, maybe it was because it was slow too, but it did feel like it was a goodbye. I was confused why Top's head was covered throughout the majority of the video, and he revealed it at the end. Like we didn't know that it was him. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I mean, the song was good. The song was fine. You know, I didn't expect it to be bad because it's Big Bang. Um, it was just a little sad. Like I don't know. I thought, I think I was hoping for a bit more of an upbeat kind of song. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like hey guys, we're back. We're Big Bang. I don't know, but not like this like super sad like a goodbye type of song. Um, but like you said, maybe it's a goodbye to the old them, and maybe they're like gonna be hopefully stepping into like a new era like you said, and with a new sound, um hopefully. Yeah, I don't know, I didn't have too much to say about it. It was good. It was just kind of sad, but it was definitely an anticipated comeback. I know some people were very, I mean, and I guess because I wasn't into Big Bang when they were like really big, I guess. Or like, I don't know. Like by the time I got into K-pop, they were all had already been like, I think they were most of them were like enlisted anyways. And so what I know from them is what I've heard like, you know, from their past music. So I was never like, you know, I wasn't into them when I guess I should have been into them like at their peak or whatever. Um, but I don't know. What was the point of me saying that? um, I don't know. I guess because I've some people, I guess that I saw, when this song came out, were like very emotional about it because they, you know, were fans for like a very long time for them. Um, I mean, I recognize that they have been in industry for a very long time and they are very good at what they do. But I don't know. The song was fine. It was just kind of sad. And I hope they make more music. I hope this isn't like, I hope we don't get like an announcement saying, oh, I mean, we already know that. I think Top left their company, but he didn't leave the group. Um, but I don't know. I hope we just don't get any more bad news. Um, so yeah, I don't really have too much to say besides that. Glad they're back though. Well, then I guess we'll move on to Red Velvet. They came out with their Bloom album. This is a Japanese album. And we're gonna talk about our favorite songs in the music video. So favorite songs. So like immediately, I think my favorite songs are Marionette and Sayonara. Um, Specifically for Sayonara, I liked the ad libs and the background vocals. I mean, honestly, I feel like this one, it's definitely, and I guess that's the point. I guess, well, I guess also, I mean, I guess, okay, I didn't put down Wild Side as one of my favorite songs because I feel like we kind of covered Wild Side a lot in the last episode that we talked about Red Velvet. But that was also one of my, like, the one of the songs I liked. Um, this album to me felt like a little bit like more poppy than I expected, but I don't know if it's because maybe the target audience is maybe their target audience for Japan or those who listen to Japanese music, maybe they just have a different vibe when they do those types of, because I haven't really listened to a lot of their, I don't know how many other Japanese like albums or EPs they've had in the past, but I don't think I was expecting it to be super poppy. I don't know, but I don't even know if that's fair either, because they've definitely had a lot of poppy songs in Korean too. But I guess it was just such a contrast from the last album. Anyways, okay. Um, what were your thoughts about what were your favorite songs, I guess?
Wait, I want to add on to what you just said because I thought the same thing. I thought it was just like super poppy. Um, and I think it does go with maybe the audience that they're like, it's a Japanese album. And I feel like the times when I've seen like, or seen or heard like some of the, I guess the pop groups there, they were all really like cutesy, super pop anyways. So I wonder,
Mm.
like, I'm not no expert, but I just wonder if like that's the sound that like a lot of the Japanese audience likes.
Hmm.
Could be wrong. You can let me know. I don't know. I'm just saying from the little bit that I saw. Um, so yeah, just wanted to add on to that. But my favorite songs were Wild Side, like I mentioned last week, loved. And I do like Color of Love, but I also think I just really love these because they weren't as poppy. Like, I don't know. I was just really disappointed in this album because based on Wild Side, I thought it was going to be completely different than what it actually was. So yeah. Cause like last week I was hyped for it. Not last week, but like last episode, I was super hyped for it. And I'm just like, huh, well, that fell short for me. but,
Hmm.
but there were some good songs. But I mean, like pop. I mean, if you like pop, like here's the thing. If you're looking at it like a pop album and you just like poppy stuff, like then it's a good album. So yeah. But that's basically it. I just really love Wild Side and Color of Love.
All right. Music video. So they came out the music video for Wild Side. And I guess, I mean, I didn't really have, how do I say this? Okay, well, okay, so I guess my short, quick, review of the music video. I thought they looked really good. I thought the outfits were really good. Their hair was so cute. The choreo, love the choreo. And the music video was just really good. And yeah, Amber.
I agree with everything you said. I just love this video, but I do think I love their more like I guess I don't know if you want to say this like mature, but I don't know. I guess not as like oh my god, I'm about to say it again. But as poppy, but like cuz it's so different from the uh rhythm was it rhythm.
Feel My Rhythm?
Yeah, feel my rhythm. For some reason, I'm about to say rhythm of love, and I don't know why I was about to say that, but it's
Is that a different group?
huh?
Isn't that a different group?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know why I was about to say rhythm of love. But anywho,
Okay.
so I was gonna say it was just very different from Feel My Rhythm because that one was a little more bright, where this one was like what were they? What are they like criminals? I don't know. Anywho, I don't know if they were still. It was a lot of diamonds. I thought they were trying to steal the red diamond, or is that a ruby? Whatever. I thought they were trying to steal it, but I really loved the video. I love the outfits, the choreo, and everything. I just think this was like an all around solid video because I just remember when I first. So like this isn't my first reaction, but I do remember when I saw it a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. I can't wait. So I thought it was a really good video. And yeah, I mean, I feel like their videos are always good in general. So yeah, I mean, I don't always understand the storyline, but I do like the choreo. I really like, I don't know, I was really feeling those like black and white fits. So
Same.
yeah, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to say same about the outfits. Like, they looked really good. Um, all right. Well, we're gonna move on to the next comeback. This is gonna be our last comeback that we're gonna talk about for this episode. This is Suho's The Gray Suit EP. And yeah, so favorite songs. So I I don't honestly remember his first EP or album, but after listening to this one, I feel like I need to go back and listen to the first one because this one was really good. And I was remember in listening to it, I was just like, did his first EP like was it as good as this one? I really liked all of the songs on this. I listened to it like a few times, and I really loved the whole like it was really giving me like soft pop rock ballad, I guess. Um and I don't know. I really liked it. I really liked how the vibes of this EP. My favorite songs were Decanting and Morning Star, which to me, I mean, I said Coldplay vibes, and when you read like the description, I guess, for his EP, it looks like that's one of the groups that he was like sort of inspired by. So I don't know who writes these descriptions. I don't know if he actually was like inspired by like Coldplay and those types of bands with that kind of like feeling, or if the person who writes those things got that vibe when they're listening and reviewing the song. I don't know, but anyways, I could definitely hear it in that song. Um and I also really liked Bear Hug. I thought whenever he's holding out the long notes, just in general, I thought it was very pretty. There was another song that kind of bothered me. I kept listening to the note like over and over again. I can't remember what that song was now, but it was the one. Was it Moon? I think it was. Is it called Moonlight? Is there a song called Moonlight on there? So there's a song called Moment on the album. And there's like this part in there that kind of bothered me. I don't know. Other than that, this one little part, it's like a little part where he's like something. I think he says like moonlight or something like that, or the way he says moonlight. Like I had to keep listening to it over and over because something about that note was just like off to me. Other than that, like one little part in that one little song, I liked all the other songs. And well, I guess I liked all the songs except for that one little part. I don't know. It was weird, but yeah. Other than that, I liked it. I liked them all. Okay, Amber, what were your thoughts of like your the favorite songs?
Mm, well, two of them were two of yours. I like Decanting. I really loved the guitar break in the middle. I don't know. This song was just like a whole mood. I don't know. It put me on like a movie, but like, but like a film festival kind of movie. Like
Hmm.
kind of. I don't know. It just gave me those vibes. But when I heard it, I was like, oh, I really like this song. And then my other one was Bear Hug, and I really loved when he sung Right Where You Are. Like he had me. Like I was listening to the album while I was working, and this song in particular, when he sung that, like I literally stopped what I was doing and I was like, oh, hmm, okay. Because like the way it starts, it kind of reminds, like, I don't know, it just had the same vibe of some of the other songs on the album. So I was like, oh, okay, I know what I'm getting myself into with this song. And then all of a sudden he sung Right Where You Are, and I was like, oh, I did not know what I was getting myself into, but I like it. So yeah, so I've been listening to that song like over and over. Decanting and Bear Hug I've been listening to for a while now, since I first listened to the album. But yeah, those are my two favorite songs.
Okay, yeah, Decanting was. I didn't say this, but I was gonna say that it was also it's kind of sexy. Like when you look at the lyrics, I'm like, what are we talking about? Because he's talking about the more I swallow, the more thirsty I get. Like what are you swallowing? Okay, sorry. Anyways, yeah, that was a great song. Music video. So moving on to the music video. Um, there were two music videos that he came out with, and both of them were very different, which is
Mhm.
really interesting. So the first one that we're going to talk about is Hurdle. Um, Amber, what were your thoughts about Hurdle?
Um, it was good. I mean, Hurdle wasn't one of my favorite songs, so like I thought it was good. I mean, the music video was okay. It was super colorful and kind of retro. I don't know. I hate saying that word because like I saw like the old school computer screens, which I feel like I had when I was like I feel like was like at school when we were taking like typing class, like in elementary school or whatever. So like I kind of feel bad saying that, but at the same time, it gave those vibes. So yeah, it was super colorful retro, and I like the little guitar that he was playing on. And yeah, that's it.
Um, yeah, I agree with you. I don't know. It was very colorful. It's very colorful. I wasn't sure what the theme was or the concept. Like it seemed like, there's about people working in an office and, the boss was kind of I don't know. I put down tyrannical. Like I don't know because it seemed like he seemed like a very strict kind of boss, and the people who worked in the office didn't seem to be happy when he was there, and it was only when like the boss wasn't there and Suho was dancing on top of the table that they seemed happy. I don't know. I guess I was confused about what it was about. Also, or I don't know if you said you were confused, but I was confused. And like but there was definitely like a time stopping kind of theme sort of in there. I think when he was like running, it looked like he may have been stopping time. I don't know. It seems like time stopping seemed to be sort of like a theme, maybe across the songs or maybe across the album. I don't know, but yeah. That's all I thought about this song. I wish maybe I need to look at it some more. Maybe I need to like analyze it some more because I wish I had more to say about this video, but I really don't because I was a little confused. What stuck out to me was the colors. All right. Well, the second music video that we are going to review that Suho came out with was Gray Suit. So, Amber, what were your thoughts about Gray Suit?
This was my favorite video out of the two of them, but I also really liked Gray Suit. Like, it wasn't part of like my favorite songs, but like I would say it would be like the third favorite song, honestly. But I only gave two. Um, and I love the concept. I don't know. I always like freezing rain. Like I don't know, just like how it just like stopped. And I like the items, like how like things were kind of like tossed about, but like I don't. The concept is just things being stopped makes. I don't know. I just like it. I just like the stop. But I also like the addition of like the drawing effect, like someone scribbling that was throughout it, and I was a little confused. Like, did he have like a lion witch in a wardrobe kind of moment? Because like he was stepping through what I consider a wardrobe, and he was like pushing the jackets out the way. Hmm, what is this? What is this? But um, I just wasn't sure. I mean, honestly, I'm a little confused about the storyline. Like at parts I was like, I get it. I get it. It's like, she is like she's brings color to his life. And so there were sometimes when it was dull and when he was like talking, I guess, about her or maybe remembering her, it started to like have more color in it. So I guess I kind of got that part. But like other parts I was a little confused, like what's up with all the jackets, and then like yeah, I'm just a little confused on other parts of it. And I guess like time stopping, maybe did he like go back in time to when things were great? Like I don't know. I'm just a little lost. But I still love the video and I love the song. And it might be because I love the song and it made me love the video even more. So those are my thoughts.
Yes, same. I think for both of them, I think if I had seen the video first, I don't know if I would have liked it as much. I don't know because for both of them, I heard the songs before I watched the video, so I already liked both songs. I think I don't know why. I mean, I just have, I guess because liking the songs beforehand helped me like better understand or I don't know, help me like going into the video. I don't know why I'm saying all of this. Anyways, in terms of Gray Suit, I agree with you. I like the freezing rain. To me, it also felt like maybe he was like stopping time. I was confused about him coming out of the gray suits in the end. Was that him saying that he doesn't want to live in a gray world? anymore, or he's throwing away the gray because he wants to live in color. I don't know. But I feel like this one, even though I didn't really fully understand, I guess, the storyline, I feel like this one was a bit more easy. It was a bit easier to understand than Hurdle. Because I feel like the lyrics went along with the video. Whereas Hurdle, I was just like, I don't understand. You're talking about going in and out of love or something like that, but you're walking around in an office in a colorful suit with a guitar. I didn't quite get the correlation. Um, but I loved how gray suit. I loved how it was really just mostly just him and like a guitar. I mean, not a guitar, and a mic stand, and like it felt very like, I don't know. I keep going back to soft pop rock ballads, whatever that genre is called. Um, I felt like the video went along with that. Um, but I liked your analysis of like the gray and and maybe the person that he's talking about, how they bring color to him, or color to his world, I guess. Um, and that's all I was. That's pretty much, my thoughts about this. And yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say about anything from the episode that you didn't get to say?
Um, I just hope people don't take anything that I said wrong about the BTS at the Grammys part, because it may have sound like, I don't know. I hope I didn't sound like, I don't know, that I hated the outfits. I don't know. I keep going back to the outfits and
If you don't
like,
like the outfits, if you don't like the outfits, you don't like the outfits. We're not
I
saying they
didn't.
look bad. They just, here's the thing, the guys always look good. It's just what some people choose to put them in don't look good.
Yeah. And even if BTS themselves, wanted to wear those outfits, they could have made a better decision too. I mean, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I mean, it's just, yeah, like you said, they looked good. It's just the outfits themselves I wasn't a fan of. But I hope people don't like take it to mean like, oh, why shouldn't, I mean, I don't know, like, why shouldn't we should like them because they wanted to wear them or whatever. Even if that is the case, though, I guess we all have our own opinions, I guess.
Girl, look, I love the guys. I love them so much. I mean, shoot, we're flying all the way to Vegas to see them. Um, but at the same time, I don't love everything they might wear or do or say. But I mean, I still love them. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that like I'm still a fan. So, and I don't think that changes the fact that you're still a fan. And yeah,
Okay.
so I mean, I just don't. I don't know if someone gets upset because of an outfit, like I'm gonna stop myself right there. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, thank you for the words of encouragement.
Of course. Uh, anything else?
I also hope that people don't take anything wrong about what I was talking about, like how, when people like, I think I was talking about how, like, oh, when people say BTS is the genre, and because I feel
But
like
people do say that.
they do say that, and honestly, maybe that's a whole other like episode thing. Like, I feel like we could probably build a whole other episode off of like K-pop and and maybe like how it's maybe perceived nowadays in the Western world and stuff like that. But I feel like that's almost like saying, Beyonce is the genre. Like, no, Beyonce is, okay. We're not gonna talk about Beyonce because I don't even know what to categorize her as. So maybe that was the best example. Well, I feel like she's a pop artist who sings different types of genres, and that's how I feel about, okay, she's an American pop artist. I would consider her to be an American pop artist, just like I would consider BTS to be Korean pop artists who sing in different genres or explore different genres, because they do sing different genres. I don't know. And so I feel like it's weird to me when people say that. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't really know what.
I mean, I think just in general, I think when people say that, that's just because right now BTS is like the biggest K-pop group. I would say, like, I guess quote unquote in the Western world. So that's what people are going to reference. So I feel like automatically, just in their head, they're like, BTS is K-pop. Like, you know what I mean? But if you're a
Mm-hmm.
fan, no, BTS, they're K-pop artists, but they're not K-pop. Like, they're genre of K-pop. Like, they're not the only artists in K-pop, you know?
I guess.
Is that all?
Um. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I think I'm done. I'm done. Yeah. That's it. That's it for me. Thank you, Amber, for giving me the opportunity to add on any additional thoughts that I had.
You're welcome. All right. So I guess this is the end. This is we have come to a close. I just want to remind you guys, if you want to keep up with us on our PTD Las Vegas journey, you can follow us on Instagram. We're going to try our best to put up stories. If we don't put up as much as you think we would, please don't come for us. We're trying to enjoy life. It's been what, like 2 years since we've seen them, 2-3 years maybe since we've seen them in person.
3 years.
3. Okay, so it's been a long time since we've seen them in person. So I'm we're gonna try, but yeah. So, but we would also love to hear what you guys think about anything that we discussed today. Especially those Grammy outfits. We want to know if we were crazy, or like you guys understand what we were saying and you agree with us. So like definitely let us know. You can let us know on Twitter at @the_AM podcast, or you can leave us a voice message on Speak Pipe. And yeah, so all the links are in description. Stay safe. Thank you for listening, and we will talk to you next episode.